I think I should start from the beginning and tell you all how it all started. When I was young, my mom, she had a film camera and she would take pictures of various different things, and she would kind of explain to me um, the things that she liked about the camera and things she didn't like, and all the process behind film and things of that such. And I believe that sparked something within me to really take a liking to cameras. But that didn't, I would say that wasn't really my turning point into really diving in to cameras. In 8th grade, I had the opportunity to go on a mission trip to the island of Tonga. I was graduating like right out of 8th grade, and I was wanting to go on a mission trip, and my parents had the opportunity to help me do that. And so I went on this mission trip to the island of Tonga, and while on that mission trip, there was a media team there to capture all of the events that were happening during this trip and kind of make a documentary out of it. And it was at that moment that it really sparked my interest into cameras. I didn't really have any knowledge of anything camera wise or anything like that, but seeing those individuals document the mission trip, it really did something to me because it showed that they had the opportunity to do something that was really cool and looked really fun to me, but also they had the opportunity to give back in a way that you might not really think of. By them making that film, they were able to reach out to others to be able to donate to this organization to continue to help those in that country or to fund other mission trips. And so I really thought that that was a really well done and well thought out plan. And I said, that's something I would love to do. I would love to be able to show others and tell others about what is going on around the world, to be able to give back. So that really sparked my interest. After that, I went back home after this mission trip, and I told my parents I wanted to get a camera. So I believe the first camera that I had was like a Canon something. I can't remember the name of it for sure. I think I went to the pawn shop and I found it, and I bought the camera. It was probably something cheap that I could afford at the time, and it probably came with like a kit lens. I don't remember the specifics of the lens, but I know it was a Canon. And I shot all types of pictures with this camera. I would take it to church, I would take it everywhere, and just take all kinds of pictures of friends, family members, whatever. And I had no knowledge, so I was pretty much shooting on auto. And it had one of those pop-up flashes, so the flash would pop up and it would take a picture. And I would take all these different pictures on this camera, not really knowing what I was doing, but I wanted to create memories. And as I continued on this journey, I took pictures with this camera until I realized I was like, I need something a little bit better. So I invested in a Nikon D3300, I believe that's what it was called. I don't remember exactly, but I believe that was the name of the camera. I invested in that camera. I think I bought it off of Amazon, and it came with like a whole bunch of accessories and all this kind of stuff that I didn't really know how to use. But I used that camera for a very long time. I did birthday shoots, I did engagements, I did couple shoots, I did all kinds of different shoots with this camera. Mind you, not really knowing what I was doing at the time. This was while I was in high school. Just doing a lot of different photography for different people. I even made some business cards, and I was using the alias of J Hyde Photography at the time. And I kind of chuckle about that now because of where I am, but we'll get to that point later. But just seeing where I was at the time and seeing the devotion that I was putting in, the work, even though I didn't really have the knowledge, I had the opportunity, I believe it was junior or senior year of high school, to take a photography class at my high school. And I jumped on that opportunity and I took that class and I loved it, and I was able to take pictures of multiple different things. I did a bunch of different projects for my school and things of that such, and it really helped me to learn a little bit more about my camera and how to take photos and how to have the settings right, and just to how to capture and a moment and an image. And so fast forward a little bit into college. I came into college with a Nikon, and I knew that I needed to upgrade. But before I talk about upgrading, let me tell you a little bit about what one thing I forgot to mention that I did with my Nikon. So my Nikon, I didn't have a mic. I didn't have like the fanciest lens. Honestly, this lens had a really loud autofocus motor. The autofocus in this camera body wasn't the greatest. So it was really loud, and every time it would try to focus, it would be hunting for focus sometimes. All of that being said, I was asked to do a wedding video with this camera. Now, mind you, I was only doing photography up to this point. I had never really delved into the world of videography at this point in time. I was just taking a bunch of pictures, but this couple at my church, they heard that I had a camera and I was into photography and into camera stuff, and my parents were like, yeah, my son does photography stuff, he has a camera. And so they mentioned me in doing this video for their wedding. They already had a photographer for their wedding, so they asked me to do the video, and so I gladly took the opportunity. It was my first chance to ever do that. And I want to put a plug in right here. If you are someone that is looking for somebody to do photography or video or whatnot, I know that everyone wants the best quality ever, but sometimes it means a lot to give somebody their first opportunity to do something. Because if you think about it, these photographers or videographers that are doing these giant projects, they're doing $1 million weddings, they're doing big shoots for different clients or things of that such, they all had to start somewhere. Somebody had to give them their start. So just a little plug there. Like, if you're looking for a photographer, yes, you may want that photographer that's expensive, that is going to have these gorgeous photos, but also think about the person that wants to get their start. They want that opportunity to be able to show their work or learn or hone their skills. So that being said, I shot this wedding video for them, and there were a lot of different things, looking back at it now, that were so wrong with this video. But I'm not going to harp on the negative. I just want to talk about the positive of me having the opportunity, and now looking back at this video, I have the knowledge and learning from what I did then till now when it comes to video. So now I'm in college, right? And I still had this Nikon, and I knew that there were other cameras that were a little bit better. And now, after having that experience shooting that wedding, I wanted to get into more videography. So I started doing some research about what cameras could do photos and videos the best that was on the market at the time. I found out that the A7 III was like the newest camera, the hottest newest camera. And for those who don't know, the A7 III is a Sony camera, mirrorless camera, and at the time that was like the hottest thing. It had just come out, and I was a young college student, and I did not have that money. So what I did is I went online, I went to a used camera website, and I purchased the A7 I, or the original, whatever you call it, the first A7 that came out. I purchased that, and I started doing video and photography with that. I did tons and tons of videos with that camera. I did photography shoots with that camera. I did all kinds of things with that camera, and that really was I would say that was really my start to really taking myself serious when it came to photography and videography, when I bought that first Sony camera that I had. I did so many different things. I shot for clubs on my campus. I did, it really helped me launch my YouTube channel. I started doing a bunch of YouTube videos. I did interviews. I did photo shoots with people, all different types of things that I did with that camera, and I enjoyed that camera and I used it till I knew that I needed something better. So from there I went to the A7 III. I skipped the 2 because I was like, let me just go ahead and buy the 3 because that's what was still kind of one of the hottest things now, and even to this day the A7 III is still a very viable camera to use. So I jumped and bought the A7 III, and I used that for basically the rest of my career up until now, and we can talk about where I am now in a little bit. But I used that camera and I just did a lot of I had a lot of amazing opportunities. I started this I guess series you could say called I Am Local, where I went to different local businesses in the area to film and interview their business, just to give them some publicity and to also give me content for my YouTube channel, and also to give me experience. One thing I will note in this whole process is you can't always wait for someone or to give you experience. Yes, you want people to come to you and ask you, oh, can you do this photo shoot for my birthday party or graduation shoot, things of that such. You want that those opportunities to come to you, but sometimes you have to make opportunities for yourself, and that's where I made I Am Local. I made that for myself, and I started reaching out to local businesses. And was I getting paid for this? No, I was not, but it was honing my skills and letting me learn filming techniques and different ways of having my settings on my camera. And I learned a lot from those shoots. I was asked with that same A7 III to do a shoot for a local church, and I made a welcome video for their website, which they use to this day, and I filmed that on my A7 III. So I had the opportunity to do a lot of different things, and I made opportunities for myself by going out and reaching out to individuals, reaching out to businesses, and asking them if I could do some shoots for them. And all of that to say, it led me to where I am today. Right now, as you're watching this video, I am filming on my brand new A7 IV. I've had it for about a month now, and I love this camera. Reason why I upgraded to this camera was because I didn't have a flip out screen, and I really needed a flip out screen to film myself. I was taking YouTube a lot more serious, so I've been doing YouTube regularly ish since 2016. And in 2016 I started my YouTube channel, and ever since then I've been posting. I haven't been consistent, but starting this year I have been posting every single week. So every single week a new video comes out, and it's been hard for me to film when I'm filming myself. So I said that I need to upgrade to a camera that has a flip out screen to help me improve the process of my filmmaking. So that's what I bought. I bought the A7 IV, and like I said, I've been sticking with Sony ever since I bought that first one at the beginning of college when I bought my first Sony camera, and I've been sticking with Sony ever since. Once you kind of stick with a brand, once you pick a brand, it's kind of hard to change, because all the lenses, they all work together for different cameras. So you don't have to buy new lenses, you just buy new bodies and you keep those lenses. So I just stuck with Sony. Sony's great if you want to do video and photography. This A7 IV, it's been working great for me. I've been doing a lot of personal stuff. I did a shoot. If you all go back and watch my video from last week, I can put the link wherever it goes, to the video from last week, where I did a photo shoot with this A7 IV, and just exploring a little bit more of the experiences that I've had with these cameras that I've been going throughout the years. And what I will say, throughout all of this time when I've been filming and taking pictures. I've learned a lot when I go back. If you are aspiring to do video or photography, or not just something with a camera, if you're doing anything else, take time to store your work. If you're a creative, take time to store your work. I store all of my photos on my hard drive, so I have photos from years back, and being able to go back and just look at those really shows me sometimes when I'm getting discouraged and I think that, oh, my photography isn't the best or my videography isn't the best. I go back and look at those and I'm like, wow, I've actually come a long way from where I was first taking pictures, first taking videos, to where I am today. And do I think that I've made it? I don't think so. I think I always have room for improvement, and it's a continual ladder of growth for me when it comes to cameras. But that it's just been a journey that I've been on, and I encourage anyone else, if they're also a creative and they want to just be better, is to store your old creative works, and so you can go back and look at them later on. So that's really been my journey, and that's where I am now, and I'm consistently moving forward. Like I said, every week I am posting a new video on my YouTube channel. I'm trying my best to be consistent, and I appreciate those who are watching consistently every single week. That really means a lot to me. I'm consistently pushing towards my goals. I would love one day to have a lot more followers on YouTube and a lot more people engaging with my content, but that takes time. That takes patience, and it takes consistency, and that's what I'm striving for. So this is the video for this week. I thank you all for watching. Thank you all for liking. Thank you all for subscribing. You already know what I'm about to say. Share it with your dog. Share it with your cat, your neighbor, your best friend, your friend from down the street, anybody actually. I say this every single week, and I really do mean it. Please share. It really helps a lot. And not just share, encourage people to subscribe and follow and turn on those post notifications, because it really does a lot for me. If they never ever watch another one of my videos, just following alone really does help my channel to grow. So please do share these videos with a friend of yours, and tell them to watch. Just tell them to turn it on in the background while they're cooking or while they're studying or something. Just share this with somebody. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. And I'm out. Woo, woo, woo.